Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and here we are. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully, and we have an all-new show for you. She's finally made her way back to the podcast scene.
Yes, I
Trisha
have.
Barone. Yes, Trisha Barone from our lovely Whisker Wednesdays. And we have her wonderful counterpart, Eddie Barone, her husband. And this is Barone Banter. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I'm going to have to get Finch's contact information there.
Good morning. I might have to get it after doing this.
We don't know how this
after
is
what I
going
said about Pete. Pete. Exactly. That's what he does. So if she gets angry and stabs you, give him a call.
I have stabbed him a couple times, but with like a fork.
I can imagine. I can imagine. But it's just, I got to experience firsthand coming to your Halloween party. What an event that was. And I mean, I thought, my parents were worried about the costume I was wearing, or like, you got to dress up nicer than that. I mean, these are like great people. You can't go over looking like that. And I walk in and it's just fun. It's just fun. Everything you do is fun. Like I think you invented the word. If I looked it up in the dictionary, the Barones would come up.
Oh, man.
I mean, has it always been that way? Like, I'm very, very excited to hear how you met.
Oh, well, I'm going to let Eddie take this one. And I will chime in because I want him to be honest. You need to be honest, Abe.
I got to fill in the details.
Well, I mean, first of all, I can't imagine approaching her. Second of all, you're fun too. So I can't imagine you pursuing her. Like if she said no, I figured you would move on. So that's why I'm kind of confused. I would love to hear how this actually went down.
Well, and there's
All right,
trickery, just a lot of trickery.
I was going to start with the trickery, but yeah,
Smoke
I was going to give you some credit on
smoke
this.
and mirrors.
So yeah, I mean, look, here's the reality of the situation. I come from humble beginnings. I won't go too far back, but let's just say, we met through mutual friends, and actually, it was their blind date, I believe, if I'm going back the right way.
Yeah, we were both their wing.
We were their wing people. So they met up at the Varick way back when, that awesome spot on Varick Street. And I was there for his protection. She was there for her protection. And let's just say, the rest is history. But
ended up like turning into a double date almost.
No.
So yeah, no double dates.
I pieced out once I knew she was safe and good. I pieced out. I was actually seeing somebody else. I really barely remember him being. I mean, I remember him being there, but
see how little she thinks.
I was just. Yeah.
I barely remember him being there.
Well, okay, you can tell this story.
So let's just say that I found every opportunity to link up with her at friends, whatever you want to call them, get-togethers. And the last time we got together, I believe it was at the Finger Bullet, way back when, early 2000s.
Oh, but I kicked your butt in pool.
You did it to Auburn about a week or two before that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
we used to hang out at the same places. That's crazy.
When they say opposites attract, I guess that's the word, but it didn't happen right away. So at the Finger Bullet, I got a little, let's say, more alcohol in my system than I should have.
You were bold. You got bold. I like it. I like it.
Did. And she was a techno girl, and I commented on the fact that techno was terrible music. And I was a country boy, and I said, listen, this is garbage you're listening to. And let's just say I stepped in the wrong puddle and got really wet. And the rest is history. She berated me verbally.
Well, he got on the table at the Bullet. We are sitting at the table. This guy gets up on the table.
I left that detail out.
And it was just being a complete, just being a complete jackass. I was like,
well, he was trying to get your attention. He wanted your attention. I would have done the same. To get your attention, I'd get on the table.
Wow.
I jump on the table.
Fire up a little bit, Steve. That's just how it works. So lo and behold, I made a complete, what of myself, and maybe a week or two later, I write this sappy letter to her and left it on her doorstep.
No, you left it in my mailbox.
All right.
I had an apartment.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had an inkling of heart or something, and I wrote this sappy thing way outside of my character.
It was like a long apology letter.
And then what did you do with that letter?
It wasn't 2 weeks later, by the way. It was the next day, because I remember calling Amanda and reading her the letter and being like, oh my gosh.
Just laughing at me at my expense.
I threw it away.
You chucked it. Can you believe this?
You threw it away?
I poured my heart and soul into that letter.
The romantic, the love. I mean, he's pouring out his heart to you. That's such a heartfelt note.
I told him it was never, ever, 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 ever going to happen. And I feel like the more I resisted, the more he kept showing up and being on better behavior.
I even wrote that letter in cursive, Steve. You know how tough it is to write cursive?
Yes, they don't teach it anymore. Yes, I can't write cursive.
Oh
my God. Oh my God. So, you threw it out. You laughed and then threw it out.
I had no idea. I just thought.
So fast forward time, many drunken parties later.
So you had mutual friends. That's how you hang out.
Mutual friends, and we would all go out. And then my apartment was in South Utica, and so my place was always the after hours place. So you were and then have after hours at my place. So so our friends.
You were the after party.
Friends. There are groups of friends. We all sort of melded to be friends, like a circle of friends. And he was always there, always. And then.
Well, he's with the group. He's with his friends. He's
all right. So then here comes. So I guess this is the trickery. She would call it the trickery. So lo and behold, it's going towards the holiday seasons. We're in late December. And she's living by herself. She has no food in her freaking cabinets, by the way. First of all, she has
that doesn't surprise me.
A package of freaking mushrooms, ramen noodles in her huge cabinets, and then in her refrigerator, she's got a couple of Bat Blue ices and box of Arm & Hammer baking soda floating around in there.
Gotta always have a clean refrigerator. And for the record, I actively dated at the time because I lived on leftovers.
She would make
so
I'm the trickery person, but she's making guys go out with her, buying her dinner.
I'm not making anybody go out with me. They're pursuing me.
They're offering. They're offering.
Right. So, anyways, we'll fast forward a little bit. I feel bad for her. Right. It's getting towards the holiday. She needs a Christmas tree. I happen to have a truck. So I said, hey, I'll get you a Christmas tree. Right. So I did. I went over to North Star Orchards.
And you chopped one down. You got a real one.
He was supposed to pick up a tree. I needed a truck. I
did. I went and bought a real tree. I went and hand picked it out myself on the lot. I came back to her apartment with her and surprised her with it because I'm a good person. Right.
What a saint.
How many times have you heard this say?
Right. And then, I bring it up for her. We set it up, let it kind of do its thing. Christmas is her holiday. It was her magic time. And I guess she had this thing where she didn't let anybody touch her tree or put any ornaments on or help her decorate because she's got
very particular about decorating
ADHD,
the tree.
Like type A personality. So God forbid you go near a tree. But anyway, so by the grace of God, she somehow let me help her decorate the tree. And, I'm going to tell my story, long story short. I wooed her with my tree skills and
with your decorating skills.
You got it, obviously.
Well, and then Steve, he never left my apartment. Okay. This is what happened. He was a teacher at the time. I married a teacher. Okay. A teacher who got out of work at 3:00. Right. And so he would woo me. And when I would come home from work, he would already be in my apartment because he knew where my extra key was hidden. He would go in my apartment and he would draw a bubble bath. And when I would come home, he'd be like, "I have a bubble bath drawn for you. I loved my coladas from Dunkin'. He would have one with all the whipped cream on the top. He's like, it's time for you to relax. This is how he tricked me.
Trickery.
And then
I don't think that's trickery. I mean,
it is. And then
develop your own perception.
And then so here's the trickery of the whole thing. Then I'm like, okay, you do know that you do not live here because he wouldn't leave. And he did try to offer money for rent and bills and stuff, but I was like, nope, this is mine. I don't want there to be any confusion here. This is my place. This is not your place.
Well, I mean, was he staying overnight or was he just hanging out?
Leave, and I'm like, you can leave now because I like to have my space.
I need my private time.
And then literally one day I say to him, like, you do not live here.
Yeah,
you do not live here unless you have a dresser to put your stuff in. What did he do?
He has a truck. I mean,
what I did was I called up one of my buddies and I said, "Hey, buddy, I need you to help me. I'm at a garage sale buying a dresser in Ilion, and I'm about to drive it over to Trisha's apartment. I need you to help me move it up into the apartment." So I did.
Yeah. You know what? He did what he was told. You said you don't live here. You have to have a dresser.
So
the man has a truck. He's very efficient. He goes out and he gets a dresser.
You're giving him way too much credit. I've never seen him so proactive in my life.
I like to call myself a problem solver.
I think he's brilliant, to be honest. This is like amazing. Like he did everything he was told.
We still have it, a little armoire. We still have it. We have the kids' arts and crafts stuff in it downstairs in the kids' rec room. And that began it. But so what's really funny about this situation is that we've been together for 23 years. He wooed me with a Christmas tree. So now, Christmas is my holiday.
That's your special holiday.
He's always hated Christmas from the very beginning, but he did woo me for a while. So Christmas in our house is a big deal for me, but he's the biggest Grinch. So we had like 5 Christmas trees. And now we had to start getting just fake trees because I could not deal with the real tree situation with him every year because it's
a lot of work. Yeah.
Those are 2 really bad days. Bringing him in, bringing him out. Like that takes 2 days off my life a year.
Steve, to be fair, that was 5 trees this year. It's been 7 trees in years past.
But he's also counting like little trees, little, like the 4 or 5 foot trees.
Nobody needs that many trees.
They make me happy.
It's too many.
We don't need the Griswold's trees.
With all those trees comes more decorations and more storage.
Yes, and they, they shed everywhere and they make a mess, and you got dogs, and you don't want.
Yeah, so last year we got all fake trees. We started eating fake trees, and I thought this year would be better. No, but it's okay. Trickery.
Well, what went wrong with the fake tree? You just put it up and.
Well, now that's too much work for him to put the fake trees up.
Oh, well, yeah, it is. I mean, it's not a 1-person job. I mean, it takes some time.
It's not a 1-person job.
At this house, it is. Eddie's job.
He puts them up, and I decorate them all.
I don't want the trees, but I still have to put them up. Figure that one.
You don't want the trees, but you still have to put them up. So
this goes back to the trickery. Why did he do this at the beginning?
Steve, expectations.
Like he knew what he signed up for. That's what I'm saying.
Because you do it for love. That's why you do it. You do it for love. Yeah. And he had an affection for you.
That's the real trickery, Steve. Love.
So it is.
I was told by a good friend that marriage is the leading cause of divorce.
Marriage is a failed institution statistically. However, you have made it successfully work, and you have made it successfully work, in my opinion, because of fun. You don't take each other too seriously. You guys work hard. I don't think Trisha slept in 6 months.
No, she doesn't sleep.
Stephen Swan. I used to joke she was the Terminator, like a cyborg. She just changed the battery in her arm and just keep going. And you work hard at First Source, so you work hard and you play hard, and you have such a great group of friends and a great variety of friends, and you're very, very well liked. It's very difficult to find anyone that I've tried to sell tickets to or mention names to. No one has ever said a bad word about either of you, and just says you're the greatest people on earth.
Well, that's sweet. I can't imagine it's all true, but
no. Listen, I would tell you if it wasn't. When I was selling the tickets for Trisha, I would mention her name. I was on one of my other shows with my co-host. We're doing a live watch along tonight for the national championship game. Rocky Carigliano from Rome. He says he knows you very, very well, and he loves you. Yeah.
Great
so anyone that I talk to has phenomenal things to say about you. My cousin, who doesn't even know you that well, lives in your neighborhood.
Has to deal with the cars on our street when we throw our shindigs.
Yeah, he loves it. And the guy with the tree house, that's the guy who knows my cousin. So I was able to talk to him, and he's like, "You got to go to one of their parties?" Like, yeah. He's like, "Oh my God, you're so awesome."
I mean, they're only awesome because of who we surround ourselves with. We do.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yes,
we're very
selective. Absolutely right.
You have to surround yourself with great people
and like-minded people.
So and obviously, I surround myself with Trisha, who obviously makes me better.
Lacey's got that right. But I will say though, here's the thing, and I think that this is what's really important with us and with the fun. So before we really started dating, we actually became like best friends, good friends, best friends, because then I started relying on him. And we really, even though he was infatuated, let's just be real, it was very much a friendship thing first. And so we always had that as a foundation, and we did have very similar upbringings, but we also very much like to have fun. So from the get-go, we're always like throwing parties. Even in my house, in my apartment in South Utica,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we started with a luau party.
Oh,
Save the drama for your mama.
Yeah.
Take it outside, or big sign. Oh my God, how funny! Back in like 2020 or 2000
something.
3-ish.
I can't believe it. So I probably hung out with you guys. You went to the same places as me. You said the Finger Bullet. You said the Auburn. You said the Varick.
Yeah, all those
spots.
That's crazy.
All
the Auburn was my favorite. The Auburn's my favorite.
Still a great place.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that is such a key in relationships, is having that friendship, because the attraction can be there, the physical stuff can be there, but then after, what do? You just look and stare at each other?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have to be able to talk to someone, have similar interests, and have things to do, right?
Absolutely. And we banter all the time, hence Barone Banter and Good Vibes.
Well, of course. I mean, you're very
For all that are
opinionated.
watching.
He's opinionated. Well, he's not opinionated. He just will counter maybe your opinion, and it turns into a little friendly banter. I mean, I can see that happening. That's just perfectly normal.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on outside of the cameras that the Barones go through.
Yeah, but that's normal. When did you exactly get married? How long after you were dating?
Wow. Talking about the trickery, Steve.
So I decided that I knew that I wasn't going to do any better. Let's just be honest. I'll say that publicly. So I decided to.
You outkicked your coverage. I get it.
I really did. I knew it was coming. My true colors were going to come through eventually. So I said, okay, we're in about 3 months. Let's propose. What the hell? 3 months. I decided, let's do this. I wrote a song, and I drove her to Myrtle. Well, where we go, Virginia.
It was 4 months.
4 months. Okay, sorry, 4 months. So I drove her to Virginia Beach for a weekend kind of getaway. Actually, it was funny because it was Good Friday in April, and actually, I believe it was on my best friend's birthday.
Yeah, it was.
My buddy Seymour, which is awesome. And so we got on the beach. I tricked her into sitting down with me on the beach around sunset, and then I whipped out this song and started singing to her. And in the song, I proposed. I know it's kind of corny, but I had to do what I had to do. Steve,
it was so beautiful
I mean?
at the time.
And,
to be serenaded like that. I mean, he doesn't ever sing anymore.
So anyways, I did this trickery apparently, knowing that I was hopefully going to get a yes. And I did, thank God, because that would have been
a really long ride home in the car.
That would have been She would have took a flight home after that.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see what would happen. But so lo and behold, the trickery worked, and I spent the last what are we on, 20 married, trying to, I guess, keep it going, right? I mean,
well, you're navigating, and you passed the 20 mark. As soon as you pass that, that's the milestone. That's where you get to where you're solidified, and you pass the 10-year mark, and you have 2 lovely kids, you have dogs, you have a beautiful house, you have done it. And so how did you go from a teacher to First Source?
That's a really long journey. So
okay. So you went to other places besides.
I did a lot of other places in between. I was a school teacher way back when.
Okay. And, just to start off.
Yeah, I realized that I did love teaching, but there were aspects that they weren't a good fit for me. And it's funny because now I teach in my current role. Right. And although I have a team of people under me who are obviously making me look better, just like I do with my wife. So that's really the trickery, right? Is surrounding myself with better people.
Yes,
amazing. That's how I typically operate, Steve. So that's really where it comes out. You
got to surround yourself with the best.
Trickery. And then with Trisha and I, our staying power really is that I just wore her down, honestly. And at this point, she's just too tired to try to replace.
Oh my God. My expectations used to be like off the chart, and now they're 100% at a negative. I would say at a negative only because that is what you need to do to manage life, I think.
But you also develop an incredible career as well And I could see him being very supportive of that, because you're having a job like you had at Utica College. That's, I mean, not a 9 to 5 job. I mean, you're going to events, you're all over the place, you're meeting with donors. I mean, so that is where you need a supportive husband to step in, to take care of the kids, to do the little things while you're out. He supported your career, where a lot of men might have been jealous, might not have wanted that for their wives.
That's true. So he always knew because I always had to do everything the hard way. He knew I was very career driven.
You're very ambitious. Yes.
But what I will say though is that 2 things. The first is, the first like probably 10 years of our marriage was the hardest because he didn't quite understand, but he did, he had some career changes and he was really trying to find what he wanted to do. And so it's so much easier now that the kids are older. I mean, so much, easier, and less bitterness. And dear God, I say it all the time, but where were these breweries when we were raising kids? Because if we had breweries to go to, or we could take our kids, wow. I mean, can you even imagine what life would, it would have been so much better, so much easier.
Would have been a little easier. Because
we both like to have fun, and that was always an issue. It's like, why are you get to go have fun? What about me? Like, why am I stuck with the kids? Like this what? Like, what is this about? Geez. Yeah, that I wish the breweries had come a good 10 years earlier. But yeah, we have been very supportive of each other. We've had a lot of career changes and different aspirations, and and it's just trying to find our passion, and and he's been very, very good about that. So he's always on me about my passion. He thinks I'm very talented. And
which you are.
He wants me to do, he's always encouraging me to do different things. And I'm just really trying to find my way. But he's in a really good space, because he's a people person. So he's out with the people all the time doing business development. I'm doing a lot of business development and event planning. Those are my strengths too. Right now, I'm at Feast and Festivities. So we got a lot of good things happening. But now it's finding that balance of going every day, going every night, going all weekend, and it's trying to find that balance in really for like me. I'm like an extroverted introvert, and he is an extroverted.
You said that,
And I need to have space and time to decompress, and he is not. And we'll plan a day in a month where it's like, okay, we're not going to see anybody, we're not going to do anything, like we're going to decompress, and then
got to keep going.
And then an hour into it, he's all like,
he can't be alone.
Not good on vacation, Steve. I'm just not. I'm that guy.
Who's that guy?
No, I get that. I get that. I mean, you
gotta be out there doing it. You gotta be out there crushing it. So
you got to take advantage of that time. I get that. Because you guys both work so hard. Any time that you get, you're gonna make the most of it. And I know, sure, you want a day off here or there, but it's tough because you have limited time off. It's not like you get a lot of time off. It's not like you get a lot of time together. So you gotta make the most of it. You gotta do a lot of stuff.
Time, you don't get time back. So we work really hard to manage our time.
Yes.
Sometimes we overextend ourselves like everybody else. We're not the only ones that are busy in the world, but we know that we're constantly living life and fast forward. And I think that's what makes it so challenging, right? You're always trying to figure out how to get ahead or one step ahead. But at the end of the day, if we've learned anything, is that we got to take a breath every now and then. Just right. Think.
Take it in. Yeah.
So
take in the surroundings.
But
and Trisha, your new job, you're doing some events.
Yes.
And you have some coming up.
Yes.
Which is very exciting.
Yep.
Let me make sure I get a couple of them to show. So I'll get, there's that.
Oh, this is the What Poppin' series.
These are What's Poppin'.
What's Poppin' in Central New York coming up, right? This is good stuff.
Yeah.
So this I saw and it interested me instantly. can you tell me a little bit about this?
Absolutely. So, I'm all about having fun. And
Yes.
so I'm working at Feast and Festivities. We've got a lot of things happening there. We're going to be having a cafe, diner, farm to table be opening up in a couple of weeks. I'll talk about that next week. And we are also, we do a lot of catering. I'm working on a lot of events, opening this restaurant. And also I want to do pop-up events for our community. So this murder mystery is taking place on February 13th.
This is awesome. Those are so much fun.
Yeah, at Parish on Broadway. It's going to be so much fun. If you go to Eventbrite, you're going to see what is on the menu and how that evening will be structured. But it's a great event, so much fun. Tables of 8, and I encourage people to get their tickets because we expect this event to sell out. This is a great Valentine's Day event, kind of a going out date. And I've got another one too. On Sunday, there's a Galentine's brunch, which will be taking place on the February 15th, also on Parish on Broadway. And that is a Galentine's brunch. So we have this created, this event designed so that it's just for the ladies. So it's 2 seating times. Again, if you go to the Eventbrite, you'll see what's on the menu and how that event is structured. But essentially, there is 2 seating times for that brunch. And then in the next room, we're going to be having a pop-up expo, shopping expo for the ladies. So we're going to have some jewelry there, some apparel, skincare, chair massages, all of this fun stuff for the ladies. And for that brunch, if you want to flip to that other flyer.
What about the guys?
The Galentine's Day. Well, no, every day is for the guys. This is for the ladies. This is for the Galentine's.
All right, we'll give you one.
And what I really love about this event is that, like I said, 2 seating times, 2 hours each. And we also have this as an open bar. So
wow.
It is win-win-win, brunch, open bar, pop-up experience. So it's going to be fantastic.
For the ladies.
So yes, we'll put the links to this in the show notes, so people can click on that and sign up, because I would not miss this for the world. This looks like it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be so much fun. And I'm doing a campaign for Go Red for Women, Women of Impact for the Heart Association, which will be starting in February, which I know you know about, Steve, and we'll talk about it as it gets closer. But I do have some event proceeds from the Galentine's brunch and murder mystery, since it is taking place on Valentine's weekend. I have some partial proceeds to go towards the Go Red for Women campaign for the Heart Association.
Yes, and I just thought that was so amazing that you were nominated, or you were chosen for that, and you're going to go for it to be a woman of impact, which could end up with you in Time magazine.
Who knows? Right?
Oh boy.
Who knows? But I really want to raise funds for the American Cancer Society. For the Heart Association. I've got a lot of whys. We have a lot of whys, and we'll talk about that as we move the podcast on as it gets closer. But I just really want to help out the community, and you know how we are with our nonprofits. Eddie and I are always helping out. We're always involved in so much stuff, and I know that you've got some things to talk about for Kiwanis as well.
Just one thing I want to talk about. Honestly, that's it. If we have time.
Oh yeah, do you have that flyer? The Kiwanis.
I do. Is it this one?
That's the one. This is this is the winter fundraiser, or Cure the Winter Blues fundraiser. So I do a little bit of work with Kiwanis of Utica to raise money for local children, underprivileged children in the area. And we're doing this large scale raffle, which we're actually closing in on. The drawing is tomorrow. It's going to be a Facebook Live we're doing, but you can come on over to the Bunker in New Hartford, who's one of our big sponsors of this, and be there for the live drawing, grab some good food, some drinks. They have a great music selection there as well throughout the week, but we can't say enough good things about the Bunker supporting us in this initiative. But I still have some tickets left. There's only 250 that are being sold, so your chances to win are really awesome. So just text me, message me, whatever you want to do. I did put it up on Facebook and LinkedIn, some of the feeds, but tomorrow at around 6 p.m., January 20th. So Tuesday, we're going to be doing a live drawing. So get the tickets from me now. I think I only have about, 25 or 30 left max. But they're going quick. So thank you, Steve, for letting me shout out on that.
All right, give me 1 second here. I'm going to play just another video from one of our sponsors. Down south, we have the Trench Mob, run by Julius Williams in Decatur, Georgia. He trains offensive and defensive linemen. They compete in 5v5 tournaments and college showcase camps across the country. Julius has sent kids to schools like Florida, Florida State, Miami, Tennessee, Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, just to name a few. We have the Trench Mob podcast every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. If you want your kid to go to college and play Division I football and be trained by the best, you go to the Trench Mob. To contact them, go to www.battleofthetrenches.com. Ned Von Young owns Fresh Fold Laundry Company down in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's a high-end laundry service. They wash, dry, and fold your clothes for you. They have a pickup and drop-off delivery service, so you can have your laundry done in the comfort of your own home without ever leaving. You put your laundry in a clear plastic bag, put it out, they pick it up, everything is done, wash, dried, and fold, and it is dropped off to you within 48 hours. They offer an expedited service as well. They have an online subscription model. You can also book online to schedule your pickups. They have deals for college students. So if you're in college, wash your nasty ass, and you can go to their website. It's myfreshfold-laundry.com. All right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff in there.
I know you guys are busy, and you made it through your first episode. It is really a unique story of how you met. It shows Eddie's persistence, and he's a little bit of a bleeding heart, I would have to say. I give him credit for that.
Yeah.
I mean, and you threw out his letter. He poured his heart out.
I know.
You threw it out. You threw it out. How could you do that to him?
I know, but Steve.
Just goes to show you the real true dynamic of this relationship.
Steve, okay, so here's the question. So I want to do a question of the day really quickly.
Oh boy.
A question of the day, because you make him, I love him.
I love him. I mean, yeah.
Here's the question of the day. The question of the day is, when, according to Eddie Barone, when is it appropriate to use paper towels? And I ask this question seriously.
It's a random question.
It's a random question. And I ask this seriously because we've been together for 23 years. I really don't know. Our kids are teenagers. They don't know. Everybody walks on eggshells in our house with when we're supposed to use paper towels and when we're not supposed to use paper towels. Because we know you're supposed to use tissues, and your backup is, toilet paper, right? If you don't tissues, your backup is toilet paper. When are you supposed to use paper towels? Please share with me when we're supposed to do that.
This is a very simple thing, Steve. She's going.
Are you anti-paper towels, or are you just confused about when to use them?
I think the real issue is in our household, it's all about perception, right? So with me, for instance, yesterday, I had to have a conversation with my beautiful wife because she's like the kids. They just pull paper towels for everything.
I had one square.
Yeah.
I had one square.
So hang on. So the challenge is here, like, when is it appropriate? Like, it's so much waste, so much waste. So the dog is slobbing water all over the hardwoods in the kitchen. So she grabs a tissue or whatever they're called, the paper towel,
one square,
and goes down and starts cleaning it up. When we have a cabinet under the sink full of like 50 kitchen hand towels that can be used and reused for free. But we don't ever touch them.
Oh, right.
There.
The question is,
but when are we using those?
I don't understand when I'm supposed to use paper towels, because he has something to say when anybody uses paper towels in our house. I don't know when we're supposed to use them. Are they supposed to be for show? It's like remember like when COVID was happening and everybody was like the toilet paper. Woo, the toilet paper, the toilet paper. I don't understand. When am I supposed to use paper towels? When are we all supposed to use paper towels? When is it appropriate to use paper towels?
Oh, that's a great question, and we will ask that in the show notes. We'll put it up on Facebook,
exactly,
and have it in the comments section.
Comments on this. I think
we'll get some feedback for you. We'll get some answers for you.
Common sense is more like it.
Just common sense. They're there. Don't use them.
You gotta love it, Steve. These are the things that go on in our household. So trivial.
Right. No, I know.
This is the story of our lives.
So yeah.
But I mean, this is just the beginning. I just can't wait to hear like the early years and how everything has developed over the years. I mean, this is just going to be an amazing show, an amazing podcast.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, there's nothing else like it. I mean, there aren't two people like it. So I have to say, it's just amazing. I mean, just the story alone. It's great. It's been great. So I think that two people who have such an incredible relationship and have found a way to make it work and have developed successful careers, have kids, have amazing friends, and it's just beautiful. I think it's all beautiful. So
that's beautiful. We can end that on gratitude, right?
I know.
It's a grateful note.
Yeah.
We love that.
We can end with that.
Okay.
Gratitude.
Well, yeah, it is. I think that you have a special place in each other's heart, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So great show. Great job. And this is just the beginning. I can't wait to get feedback and get this up. And our friend in Little Falls, he has missed Trisha for several months. But, yeah, it's been awesome. Well, so for Eddie and Trisha Barone, this is Barone Banter. I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life.